The Adventures of Anya, Chapter 20, Griffin, the Bald Eagle. Anya, Barry, and Princess Alyssa found themselves on a balcony, facing a daunting challenge: how to make their way down from the dizzying height. The danger of their predicament loomed before them. In a matter of minutes, Coco returned, accompanied by his dear companion Griffin, a magnificent eagle known as the largest in the forest. Griffin, possessing the grandest wings in the entire forest, emanated an aura of strength and power. In a confident tone, Griffin offered a solution. "Take hold of my wings, and I'll carry you to the palace where King Gustav resides." The clock struck midnight, and the moon cast an enchanting glow upon the land, illuminating their way. As they soared through the velvety night sky, the forest below lay still and silent. And just as the darkness began to wane, a breathtaking sight greeted their weary eyes: a magnificent sunrise painting the horizon with golden hues. Meanwhile, the guards began to stir from their slumber, and they realized that the princess was escaping their watchful eyes. The news sent a ripple of urgency through their ranks, but they realized they had been foiled. We love Griffin, that giant, beautiful eagle. You can just imagine how glorious Griffin is, flying through the sky and carrying our friends finally to safety. So first we hear the kind of magic of this fluttering of these giant, giant wings, and the majesty of this left hand. It's the beautiful, glorious majesty when you see an animal like that is just so stunning. And just one little bit of advice for this: I separate with the hands. I let the left hand play the low A. On these other ones, even with a little hand, you can swivel your hand around so you can reach all the notes. But this, because it's a black key, just becomes a little too difficult. So that's why I use the left hand there. As the piece grows, you can really feel the soaring. You can feel the flight. So from measure 6, and you can feel with that change of harmony, you can actually feel that maybe the eagle moved a little bit to another side, or you suddenly saw a different part of the night, or maybe a little bit of the dawn coming on. Something's changed. But it's all flying up in the air. So it's important to make sure the melody, which she has stemmed up, even though those notes also stem down as part of the accompaniment, make sure that really comes out. And the rest of these notes, definitely not as loud. They're just part of the momentum. They're almost like the waves in the sky of Griffin flying, floating in the air. And again, I like to hold on to as many notes as possible physically, because I just feel that anchors me in the piano. It's a little bit safer. One place where you can't do that so much is here. If you have a very big hand, you can do this with 5-2-1. But if you have a hand like mine, it's a little bit safer to do 5-1 and then just rise to this. But think about the waves, also the waves with your hand, so that you're going down, down. This kind of motion going back and forth, just much, much faster. And of course, this ending is so beautiful. It comes back. Maybe this is the moment we see the dawn. Maybe we see the castle where the king lives, just a glimmer. It's a real pianissimo this time. So keep it as quiet as you can. And it grows so fast. It's just such a beautiful sort of climax to it, and it's actually a little bit tricky to pull off, the timing and the arpeggios. So I would work on the left hand separately. So you're going over the thumb into this chord and over the thumb to here. So you have a nice feel for that, and it's very independent, because you'll get emotional at this part. So it has to be under pretty good control for you to be able to play it with the emotion that you want. And then again, there are a couple of places here where I use the left hand to play one of the notes in the right hand. So for example, in measure 19, and then I switch to this fingering. So I just bring up the left hand just for that one note. Also here, you could, after the first one, use the left hand if you want. You could also go over your thumb, so you're going. And that's not too difficult to do, because this is the first black key over. But practice using your thumb as an anchor, reaching 5, reaching 3, back and forth, and you'll have it. And then you'll have the beauty that is Griffin the eagle.